So if you've been here for a little bit, you know that a while back I announced that I was no longer going to be making any physical art. Yeah, about that. Things have changed, as they tend to do around me. It's my mom's fault. Turns out that my decision to stop making art for a while was actually premature as fuck. Full disclosure, I kind of knew that it was coming. I just didn't realize it was going to be coming so quickly. But then my mom, who is also an artist, reached out to me, and who also happens to live on our property here. She lives in one of our back units. She said that she wanted to participate in the Long Beach Open Studio Tour. The Long Beach Open Studio Tour is basically a bunch of artists open up their studios to the general public so that people can come by, check out their art, maybe buy some stuff, just, kind of socialize and introduce art to the rest of the people in the community. So mom says she wants to do it and then says, do you want to do it with me? The problem is I didn't really have any art or design projects that I felt like I could share because everything I had before was kind of outdated, so I wanted to make some new stuff. So I made a whole bunch of new stuff. It's actually still in process, but now I've got to sell it. But I don't just want to sell it here at the Open Studio Tour. I want to sell it to other people who might have an opportunity, or if they decide to come by the Open Studio Tour but didn't necessarily want to buy right then, may buy later, I want to give them an opportunity to do that as well. Real quick, have you ever seen anybody do a speed run on a video game before, like say Minecraft or Roblox or anything like that? Since I already know what service I'm going to use because I'm a Shopify fanboy, we're going to go ahead and speedrun Shopify. And if you've been thinking about changing from whatever marketplace, whatever service you currently use and move over to Shopify, well, there's a link in the description for a free 14-day trial. You can get started right now with me. Come on, let's go. Start into the screen. So if you use that link, it's going to take you to this page right here. By the way, that is an affiliate link. You don't have to use it. You can just go to shopify.com if you want. But if you want to, you want to do something to help a brother out, you can do that too. It doesn't cost you anything extra. In fact, it doesn't cost you anything because it's free. But you head here, you drop in an email address, and then it will show you this next page. And on this page, you just make a decision. Do you want to start from scratch at the very basic, or do you already have some experience using this stuff and you just want to go ahead and go forward? For our purposes, I'm going to pick this one just for all the beginners. By the way, I'm going to be moving a little bit quick. Go ahead and hit the pause as many times as you need to get through this. So on this page, they want you to kind of pick a situation that you might see yourself fitting into. Personally, would recommend you either pick this one up here at online store, and then I'm not sure, because all this really is doing is it gives you an opportunity to already implement some different places that you can sell your work. If you don't understand what dropshipping is, I highly recommend you hit no. If you are going to do print on demand, then the answer might be yes, because technically print on demand is dropshipping. Honestly, I would just put no, because you can always just add all these other integrations after the fact. Store name, I'm going to put DCAD, which stands for David Conry Art and Design. It doesn't want to give that to me. I am definitely working out of the United States, and then it wants you to kind of link up your account. I'm just going to go ahead and do it with email. Enter in a password, make sure it's a strong one. You don't want to get hacked. Here's the dashboard, and here's some things that you can do: add products, add branding, customize your theme, add domains, set up payments. Okay, we're currently sitting at about 10 minutes because I talk too much. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and select a plan. You have these different ones. You can pay monthly. I would go with the yearly. You get a 50% discount. Let's go back to that list real quick. Let's add a product. I don't have a product. These are not done yet. What I'm going to do instead is I'm also going to be adding some posters. I've been working on a few posters lately, so I've got a few of these already ready to rock. Plus, I've got a whole old catalog of stuff that I can put back up if I wanted to. Actually, I'm going to scratch this because I don't know what I was thinking. I'm going to be fulfilling all of my products with Printify, so I definitely want to go in and make sure that I have the Printify app installed, and you can find all of your apps in the App Store. Now, you can use Printful, you can use Guten, you can use whatever one you want to use if you're doing print on demand. This is just the one I use. It's the one I love. Add the app. Now it's going to have me log in. I'm going to open full site. Allow automated order routing. Say you using one provider on Printify. For some reason, they don't have the particular black shirt that you're looking for. One of the other guys has that same black shirt. Well, then they'll route it to that guy so that he can fulfill it instead. So now what we need to do is add a product, and that product is going to need to be an art print. So we're going to go to catalog. Actually, I'm going to go this route. We're going to go with the G-Clay art print. Oh, okay. This right here, not sure I'm feeling that one, because let's see, shipping from US is $10. I'm backing off because it's just too much, and I know from Latvia it's going to take a while. This one here, it's in the United States, so the cost is a little bit higher. It's only $4.66, something I can bear with, especially if I'm going to be selling these for $20 to $30 to $50. Start designing. We are going to start with this one, because this one got a lot of response from people. This changed sizes here. It's actually a 12 by 16. This is a little bit of a problem. What would the math be on this? We'll just go by 18 by 24 and make that my standard. We're good to go. Save the product. It basically just puts the product into your queue, and then you go back in here and you can edit. So I click on the link, and now I need to edit this. Now it's going to give me a couple of different generic mock-up. I can do my own mock-ups later. We're going to change the name to Going Mod, art poster. I'm going to do this thing where I do like that. and that way I have some space to add more information. It adds all these crazy tags. Pretty much hate them all. It's going to create these tags within Shopify once I use them. We're going to publish directly to the Shopify store. I don't need to hide it in the store because nobody's going to this shop yet. I don't have a collection. There's more about collections later. I'm going to go ahead and hit publish. Home, we got products. There we go. We got our first product. View on the online store. There you go. Join mod, poster design. Now I'm going to add to this, of course, but at least there's something. And if somebody wanted to purchase this, they could. Oh, this is something I have to fix. Go back home real quick. So now I've added products. Let's add branding. I think for time purposes, I'm just going to go, well, we'll just upload something and then I can change it later if I want to. Add a square logo. Okay. Colors, do circle instead. Primary color. I'm just going to go ahead and pick grayish tone for now. Contrasting color. I want it to be a little bit muted. Little bit muted. I'm probably going to change these up completely. Social links. First, go start with YouTube because that's the favorite, obviously. Let's add Instagram. Make sure you hit save because otherwise it will not save any of this for you. Next on the list is add domain. We're going to go ahead and put it in here and I'll just have to go to my domain registrar to figure it out. So we're going to go ahead and connect existing daveconnery.com. I'll take care of this later. Click that. Okay, we got add domain. Set up payments. We're going to do Shopify payments. Complete account setup. There's product details where they say business category is always interesting to me. It never has like art, design, creativity. It never has anything like that. It's usually like some sort of weird derivative, like entertainment and recreation, clothing and accessories, retail, digital products. I mean, I guess retail. And it's like artist supplies, but it's not art, which is weird. Let's go back to the business category because I'm not finding it in here, which is strange to me. What happens if I do entertainment and recreation? What is that? Art dealers and galleries. Sorta? What about artists? Okay, here we go. Photography, art, and graphics. Weird place to put that, in my personal opinion. Customer billing statement, continue account setup. It's telling me I missed something. I don't know what that means. I'm doing sole proprietorship, so I don't need all this other stuff. It's not going to let me do the P.O. box. We are currently at 36, almost 37 minutes. Hitting more stumbling blocks than I expected, to be honest, especially with somebody who has done this before. Expect yourself, if you've never done this before, to take maybe a little bit longer. But still, even at 40 minutes almost, we're doing okay. Oh, it's going to force me to do two-step. Okay, so we go ahead and set up two-step authentication. Thinking, okay, what is this? Skip the bank. This is something new that they've added recently where instead of going to your bank, they just put a balance in here and then they give you a card. That's actually kind of useful. It's almost like having a business account without actually having a business account. I think I'm going to give this a shot. Creating an account. While I wait, coffee. Shopify, you're really cutting into my speed run here. Everything's good. I've activated. Right on. Thumbs up. Nothing to spend. I've got no money. Maybe I will have to add money. Not important at the moment. Unless, of course, somebody wants to go and buy that poster. If it's live, by the time this video goes live, I'll put a link in the description. You can go buy a copy. Here's a code. Use this code. Go buy that poster print for cheaper than you're going to get it anywhere else. Let's see. What else do we need? Okay, add domain. We're going to get to place a test order. I already know how test orders work. Improve store quality. View the recommendations. Add a refund policy. Okay, now these are interesting and very important. Basically, they have these templates and just do this. It's so much easier than having a refund policy. You can adapt it as you want, but I'm going to go ahead and hit create from this. I can add in here if I want no questions asked or whatever I want to do. Create from template for the privacy policy. This is very important because if you're going to be collecting email addresses, which you should, create from template the terms of service. I just put all of this stuff. Shipping policy. This one I will get to because I need to kind of confer with whatever service that I'm using for Printify. Contact information. Hit save. Improve your store. What are the recommendations? Add a refund policy. Add that. Add an about us page. Okay, I'm going to keep it super simple at this point. I had some boilerplate about page information here a while back, but of course after I deleted my site, it disappeared. That's the one I want. I'm just going to paste that in. We're just going to save that. So all of those things are done. If you click on this sales channel here, we're going to go ahead and click on this thing right here, and this will take us to our website, and it's crap. So I'm going to go ahead and click online store. I'm going to go to themes. This theme right here is the Shopify 2.0 theme called Dawn. It's actually really good and functional. I used to use it before my old Dave Connery website, but I think I'm going to change it up this time. What I like to do is instead of going to this one, because then it doesn't give you previews or anything, it just gives you these little displays. If I click on this, I mean, it gives you a little bit, but it's like, that's it. That's all it gives you. And instead, I'm going to go here to the visit the theme store. Explore free themes. This one here, Ride. I think this is the one I use for a superlative. So I'm not going to use that one here. They give you a little bit of understanding of what each one kind of is geared towards, although you can have complete control over how they actually look. Just because this one says art and entertainment doesn't necessarily mean it has to be just art and entertainment. It's built with that kind of in mind, but you don't have to necessarily worry too much about that. I'm just going to go ahead and click this one called color block because of this aspect right here, large catalog. I'm going to go back here, explore themes, click that, add to theme library, go ahead and hit publish. Now all we do is go up here and we click actions, customize. That's what we're doing. We're customizing. Now, this has a already included set of colors and such, and we can change all that. In fact, we will change all that. Theme settings. We're gonna go to colors real quick. I'm just shooting from the hip on this right now. I don't know if these are the colors I'm gonna pick. I'm just using them for now. And as you can see, it's got all this stuff over here on the side. I don't need any of this because I don't have the content for it at this point. But if I wanted to, I could add all of these. Gosh, well, this is taking way too long, Dave. Come on, you're eating into your time, Dave. I don't need most of these right now. So I'm just gonna remove all these. I'm not gonna describe a collection. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove that block. Welcome to the candy shop. Now I've only got one product, not much going on in here. As I add product, this is obviously gonna look a little bit better. Right now, it's just crap. Let's see, wanna add some collections. Wanna have like posters and then art, like originals, and then probably merch. Now I'm gonna go up here to products and then collections. I've already got one, which is the homepage. Create one real quick. Call this art posters. Make it sound fancier. Now I'm gonna do automated because I want the product to tag to be that. It automatically populated that poster right in there. Now I have one collection. Create a new collection. We're going to call this originals. Now this doesn't exist yet. Originals doesn't exist as a tag. There's nothing there to populate. It's really not going to do anything until I add one of my originals and put it in here. Go back again, do the same thing, create a collection, call this merch. So now let's say I went to products and I just added a new product, original test. Add an image real quick. I'm just going to pick any one of these. It doesn't really matter. Let's add a price. Oh, I didn't add a price. I didn't change my price for the other ones. We got to go back and do that. Let's just say this is a one of a kind, 250. Cost per item, not going to worry about that. Inventory to be stocked at. Oh, that needs to change right there. Search types, original art, vendor, Dave Connery, collections. I don't have one yet. So I'm going to do originals. Active, hit save. Now it should say collections, original. Now, if I were to go into my collections, click on originals, you'll see it's right down there. But we don't need that. It's all fake. Just going to go ahead and delete that one and get rid of it. There's one other thing I want to do. Let's go to our online store. Let's go to navigation. We've got two menus. Let's do our footer menu real quick. Add menu items. Policies. Going to select policies, contact, privacy policy, add another one, refund policy, and we'll do that last one, which was the terms of service. So that's my footer menu. Go back over here, do the main menu. Instead of catalog, I'm going to delete that. Add collections. First one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do homepage. But here's the funny thing, because I'm going to have a drop down within this so that it shows like what other collections are below that. It almost makes this first one inactive after you put other ones into it. I'm going to add another one. Collections, art posters. So I'm going to click and I'm going to drag that. See how it's like inside there? And I'm going to add another one. Originals. And then finally with the merch. Now I don't have merch, but if I did have merch, it would all be in there. Let's go ahead and save. Now let's go look at our homepage. See, it gives you this drop down. I don't know if I'm fond of that, which I can fix, but here we are. Where we at time-wise? 1 hour, 10 minutes, 40 seconds to get all of this done. There's obviously lots to do, lots of little things to do, but the basics of it are there. If I wanted to add, let's say, another 6 products or so, you figure about 20 minutes if you're having to go to Printify and come back and do all that other stuff and add mock-ups and all that. So 20 minutes to an hour per product. If you're doing your due diligence on making this beautiful and nice, and that's me, somebody who's familiar with Shopify, expect this to take you a little bit longer. Maybe not. Maybe you're faster than me, and more power to you. Thumbs up. I skipped through a lot of stuff. I zoom really quickly through a lot of stuff, so there's probably a lot of questions. If you have questions, go down in the comments and make sure you ask those questions. Check out that video right there. That'll help you a little bit more. Thanks very much. I really appreciate you guys. See ya!